Hey guys, it's Penny Pinching Granny. It's time for a refrigerator clean out. I meant to do it yesterday, but I had other things going on, so we got to it today. Now, I cleaned the refrigerator out. I don't clean the freezers out or the cabinet because that stuff will keep. This is stuff I need to use. So I'm going to show you what I've got. All that's left in my refrigerator is condiments and juice and water, that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you what I've got, and then I'm going to tell you some meals that I can make with just this. Okay? I still got some bacon. I got sausage. I've got eggs. Let's see if we can get all the breakfast stuff together. I've got grits. I've got syrup. Okay? And we've got butter, stick and in the container. All right. Now let's go over just this loose stuff for a minute. No, we'll go ahead and get the cheese. I've got this type of cheese, and I've got this type of cheese. Okay. All right. We got baking soda. We got self-rising cornmeal. I have shells. I've got barbecue sauce. I've still got some mashed potatoes. Got flour. We've got yeast. Still got buttermilk powder. Got dry milk powder. We've got regular milk. We've got queso sauce. Got pepperoni. Got onions, cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. Now, that might not look like much, but I can eat more than a week off of this. I'm going to tell you my meals, okay? And there's still more combinations that you can make. For instance, I didn't put pancakes on here. But I've got flour, I've got baking soda, I've got baking powder in the cabinet, I've got milk, I've got eggs, and I've got syrup. So I could have pancakes. That's another choice that I didn't write down. But I'm going to read to you what I wrote down. Alright? I thought I would do, I've got some bread, so I thought I would do 3 cheese omelets and toast. When I say 3, I mean 3 breakfasts that way. And I couldn't make my own bread because remember I have yeast, so I couldn't make my own bread. Alright, for another breakfast, I could do, for 2 breakfasts, I have bacon, eggs, and toast. And I can add grits because I have grits if I want to add that to it. And for another 2 breakfasts, I can do sausage gravy over toast. Or I could do grits and sausage and add an egg to it instead of doing the sausage gravy. I could also make a cheese and sausage omelet. I could make an egg and cheese sandwich for breakfast. See, just with this stuff, you've got multiple meals that you can make. I know it doesn't look like that much, but there are a lot of meals you can make. All right, let's talk about lunch. Now, I have some canned tomato soup. I bought marked down to 50 cents. So for lunch I've got this type of cheese, so I could do grilled cheese and tomato soup. And I could do that for, let's say, 3 meals. Alright, I have potatoes. I have onions. I have milk. And usually in my potato soup I'll add a little bit of instant mashed potatoes in there to thicken it. So I could do potato soup for, let's say, 4 meals, because I would make enough that I would have it for 4 meals. I have pepperoni. I have cheese. I have tomato sauce in the cabinet and spaghetti sauce. So I could make pizza dough and make pizzas because I have everything to do it. Okay. All right, I figure for dinner, Y'all saw all the chicken I got, so I've got a choice of chicken, and you saw the beef I got, so I've got a choice of either one of those. So if I were going to do a baked dinner, I would bake enough to last for at least 4 meals. So I would have baked chicken, maybe some cabbage with it, and I would throw in some potatoes, carrots, and onions. I could barbecue the chicken because I have barbecue sauce if I want to barbecue it. I could do half baked, half barbecue, so you can do it either way. Now I can make vegetable soup. I have canned tomatoes and tomato sauce. I've got cabbage, I've got carrots, I can put potatoes in it. I have a little bit of green beans that I saved to put in the freezer, so I could use that and make vegetable soup, and use my cornmeal mix and my milk, and my I usually add a little bit of flour to my cornmeal mix, but with milk and cornmeal mix and an egg, you've got cornbread. I've got macaroni here. I could do 2 things. I could use the regular cheese and make a roux with the butter and the flour and the milk and make regular macaroni cheese. I can make it at the stove top, or what I do is I'll make it on the stove top and then I'll put it in the oven for a few minutes because kids like that little baked flavor to it. I also have queso. Now you saw the tortilla chips I got. I kept 1 bag for me. So I can eat this with chips for a snack. Or, and I have done it, I can cook this, and for a quick macaroni and cheese, fold this in. It makes it a little spicy, but it's good. So that's another thing I can do. I can make biscuits. I have everything to make biscuits. I've got Crisco in the cabinet. If I didn't, I could use the butter. So I can make biscuits. So there's so many possibilities here with just this little bit of stuff. If I pull out the chicken out of the freezer and a can of tomatoes out of the cabinet and the soup, I can eat all week with just this little bit of stuff. And I actually can eat all week without making the baked chicken. I can do vegetarian basically all week. Like I said, I've got pepperoni, cheese, and I've got tomato sauce in the cabinet. I could do, instead of doing chicken and vegetables one night, or instead of doing vegetable soup, I could have pizza. I can eat breakfast for dinner. It doesn't matter. The point is, what I've got left when it's in the refrigerator doesn't look like it's that much. But if you sit down here and you know how to cook and you look at what you have, there's so many possibilities. I mean, I could even make cake if I wanted to, because I have flour, I have baking soda, I have baking powder if I need it, I have eggs, I've got sugar, so I could make muffins. I've got some nuts in the freezer. I've got oatmeal. I've got brown sugar. So I could still use this stuff to make cake. I could use it to make muffins. But like I said, you have got to think outside the box. And don't just say, well, all I've got is a few potatoes, or all I've got is a couple of carrots. You need to look. And if nothing else, go to the internet, type in the ingredients, group them together, type them in, and see what kind of recipes come up. Pinterest is a great place. In fact, I have a Pinterest page. I'll put it in the descriptions for you to go look. But these are several things that you can do. And I'm sure there's more that I haven't thought about just using these items. But I need to get this stuff back in the refrigerator, so I'm going to wrap it up for now. But like I said, you don't have to eat exactly what I've got on here. I mean, you can, maybe you want the potato soup at night, and you want the, say if you cook the chicken, you want the chicken during the day, so you won't have a heavy meal at night. Or maybe you want breakfast items at night. Maybe you want pancakes. I mean, like I said, you can have pancakes and bacon, pancakes and sausage. There are several things you can do. Just look at what you got and figure it out. Like I said, group it together and say, I can make this, I can make that. And I mean, as far like breakfast wraps, for example, that's one thing I forgot to mention with the flour and the shortening and all I've got. I could make, if I wanted to, tortillas, and then I could do breakfast wraps. See the possibilities? Endless possibilities of what you have on this table. Even if you didn't have anything else, one person could make it through the week on what I've got on this table. You just have to use your head. Think. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Tell your friends. Come on, we can get these numbers up. Alright, it's Penny Pinching Granny. Thank you.